Interesting. Probably gonna lose my my fan with this setup, and I need a better way to keep these exhaust going on this one. Okay, we'll see. It's another test. All right, which one is in which one now? Okay, I think the. All right, I gotta orient myself here. Let's cross this way. Okay, I swapped around some SIM cards. So inside the S25 should be AT&T. Inside the Netgear should be the Verizon now. And then the T-Mobile one stayed in the same 4G hotspot. So if anything, I might need to figure out that one. They have the light. Well, not anymore, actually. In theory, we could cut them all off now. They made the choice of running the light. So they should pay with anxiety. Anyway, okay, let me say hello. Good afternoon. I see Bakers along. Sean, Florian Schwartz has not boy Allison Crocker, Christopher Lee, Jeffrey Blue. Taxi cab was looking at the static thingamajig. Ambrose. Stephen Friedman, Panda Gabs, Strawberry Fields. In HQ right now, monitoring temperatures and the status of Backpack Tony Robbins. Victoria Morrison. Hello. Leningram. I probably could make a public-facing stats page, and people could just see the up-to-date bitrate and stuff. It's much more of a tech thing to even try, but maybe it could be interesting. Just replicate the Bella Box status page somewhere else. I don't know. I feel like it could be interesting. Okay, sorry. I got distracted in my mind with tech stuff again. Gabby, Molly Chamber, A. Winty, Robert Kosinski, Abby UK, Luke Skywalker, Emmy Claire, Allie's here, Robert T. Testing new recipes, yes. 9,714 varieties of lasagna on today's live stream. Let's walk up towards Bryant Park. We need to stay as in warm areas as possible. I feel like it cooled down a little bit already since the midday, which makes sense. It's 4 o'clock. Bill Kill, Bear in the Garden, Andrew Horton, Lee is here, Nomad, yo. Angvid is here, into a hood slide. I know, I really need to get that. And they'll beep immediately too. It's like, oh well, they didn't do anything wrong. Dominique Vandenhoek, hello. Wacky, hold on a second. No. That was just a glitch on my end of the Bella Box thing. But yes, Quacky Snacks, hello. Darby G, hi. Okay, now it's feeling warm. When the wind dies down, it's warm. Tony Morrison in the backpack too? Uh-oh. I don't know if there's enough room. Did I say Morrison instead of Robbins? Live backpack temperature? Oh my goodness. I gotta set up a whole domain name with live stats from the thing. I wonder what other kind of stuff I could put in there. Huh. But Roberto Ortiz, Susan Van. No, so I don't have a properly engineered airflow system. But this morning I didn't need one. The really tight pocket, I was able to exhaust air just very nice. The result was an amazing temperature. We didn't go any higher than 35 Celsius. Now we're at 44 Celsius, but I'm in a bigger backpack with a lot more space inside, which I thought would potentially make it better, but it made it worse. Yes, Steve Parker, good to see you. RJ's back again for round two. Let's check out the music in the park today. We can pick lasagna in my backpack, most likely. What type of lasagna sauce for the first recipe? Let's make it exotic. Pineapple pesto. Oh, this one sounds fun. The name is Seti Danka. Let me try not to block anybody. Hello, Greg McGee. Hi. On your brick building. Maybe I'll come from the side where there's nobody watching, so we can get a better view of the people. Jake Oriel, welcome. Oh my, Terry B sent over 208 Raiders. Thank you, Terry B, for sending some friends our way. Hope your overseas trip is going well. Part of the MTV, welcome. Heavy 519, welcome. Ryder 37, welcome. If I read your name correctly. Give Terry B a shout out. Thank you. Sniper, thanks for the follow. Joining Project, thanks for the follow. Blissmaster, welcome. And hello, Blue Cephalopod. Nice name. Ooh, listen to that accordion. We're at Bryant Park, listening to some tunes from Seti Danka. Accordion solo. Violin solo. Accordion, violin, guitar, bass, and percussion. Just one wolf, welcome again, Raiders. Thank you, Terry B. May your thighs remain ever powerful. From the Vikings. Up right now, it's in the sun. I'm facing it, well, my back is facing the sun directly, which is exactly what I wanted. You a singer? Nah, I don't think I need one. Not really. Ryder, is that a corgi butt? Ooh, we made it. Zephyr. Zephyr. Thanks for following. All right.
Thank you.
That's Seti Danka.
Okay, let's go back to...
If they had a keyboard, I would. Some cool stuff at the park today. I'm glad they added this musical thing. I didn't know they did it on Wednesday. I thought there'd be more like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. Oh, that's a fun song too. That's a fun song too. Looking for a wedding band? Yeah, I mean, I imagine these guys wouldn't be cheap. That is a quality band. Very different when Pokemon Go Fest isn't going on. Usually with Go Fest, you would see like 100 people with phones and wires coming from them because they all need to be on battery banks. They've been catching Pokemons all day. But plenty of tables out here though. So if you did want to sit out here, do whatever you want. Well, maybe not whatever you want. Whatever you want that's socially acceptable. In public. Social construct. You could have like a library here, so you could just, if you don't have nothing else to do, you don't have anything else to do, you just grab a book and sit down and read. They must stay in the reading room area, but I'm not sure. There is a park employee there. They might be policing it in case someone goes a little rowdy. Little sticky fingers. Then they have the Bryant Park chess tables this way. My brother-in-law, who's the NYPD, he loves to come here to play chess too. You wouldn't expect that from NYPD, right? But no, he's a chess head. Kristen wanted to see more. I know. I have to start moving now. Oh yeah, is that the little library? Oh, do you mean like the little the box where you could take a book, leave a book? No, they had like a little reading area though. Anyway, but just take a book and sit there to read it. I mean, you see people walking their dogs. It's not like you see stray dogs. Walking cats is not a very usual thing. Plus, I think cats don't enjoy it as much as dogs with this much stimulation. But I don't know. Maybe I'm. Yeah. It's kind of an odd comment, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was an odd comment. What's the name of that again? It's the famous 9 to 5? What is it called? All 4 of Ambrose's cats need to be outdoors. Well, even then, you're not like putting a leash on them and walking them, right? Like I know about outdoor neighborhood cats. They just they go outside, take a walk, and then they come back usually. I doubt these cars. Yeah, the light's changing. Okay. Well, NYPD traffic is stuck now. Yeah. I saw Pocket 3. But we don't see any dogs free roaming either. All of them are on leashes. It's not like we have stray dogs. In Central Park off leash hours, it might look like that, but it's not. Oh, it's Take 5. Take 5. I think I call it something else, but that sounds more correct. Am I going to Anime NYC this summer? So maybe. They didn't let me have an influencer or a pro badge. Every year, the amount of things I'm allowed to get through the channel are becoming less and less. So things are on the decline here at Walking Commuter Enterprises. That's okay. We're gonna ride it just like the Titanic. We're just gonna sink with the ship, like the band. Preferred sci-fi author, Michael Crichton. Yeah, some of the outer boroughs with more like residential houses and stuff have a lot more stray cats, but also cats are technically nocturnal creatures, aren't they? getting scientific. I don't get the influencer badge because I'm not doing the Get Ready With Me vlogs. I know. I should be doing a lot more shorts. You know, maybe if the stream equipment ever stabilized to the point where I'm not ever thinking about it anymore, maybe I'd be able to dedicate some thought cycles to some of that stuff. But I feel like that's just, you know, setting a goalpost and then moving it later. I'm sure I'll find some other excuse. This is just an after work walk around while testing the equipment. I ended up stuffing it all into that think tank backpack, big as a long Sean. It's a little tight in there, so what I'm looking for now is like a little mesh box. Does that make sense? A mesh box where you can, like a full mesh enclosure, maybe like, you know, missing a side where I can stick everything in and zip tie or Velcro tie to the inside, just to all the walls. It might be an easier way to carry stuff, especially if I can plug stuff in unattended, if I don't have to dig inside as often. Like if I can get everything stabilized, that will be the ideal. So I don't know how to find that kind of a box. I don't think I'm using the right search terms. I tried mesh box. Wire mesh, I think, is another idea, but I haven't tried that one yet. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people with cats in apartments, and a lot of apartments allow cats and not dogs. But there's some landlords who absolutely hate cats because if the cats don't pee in the litter box and it gets on the floor, apparently cat urine is much worse in terms of like seeping into the floor and leaving a stink than dog urine. I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought I read that somewhere. Oh, so we talking about politics? Get him. No, I'm not influencing enough.
I choose one.
It's pretty warm today, Afros Explorers. Good to see you on Twitch. Tomorrow's even hotter. You said you'd call Sears yesterday. I'll call today. You'll call now. I'll call now. All right, sorry. Go to the Container Store. Do we have enough time? They do have a lot of boxes. How many of them are mesh, though? I wonder how mad they will be with me having this. I mean, all we got to do is walk 30 blocks south, and we'd be at the Container Store. I don't know. Everyone knows that Sears commercial, well, at least if you watch TV in the 90s.
I'll fly here.
Container Store sounds like an interesting idea. Man, I gotta take my secondary SIM card out of this phone, I think. It's been getting so much spam, phone call wise. And for whatever reason, on the Pixel, it's not possible to, I don't know if any other phone is able to do it, but you can't block one SIM card to not get phone calls. I think you have to turn off the SIM card completely and disable everything, data, text, but you can't just disable and block phone calls. I don't know what it is. Sean's bar is over there, big as a walk, Sean. Yo, Ange is here in the afternoon. I was trying to get things done, but I think you were riding the ferry, Staten Island Ferry, a few times today, right? I might have popped it open in the background. I'm curious if they still have the warp pipe stuff. No, the warp pipe table is gone, so maybe they now actually have Switch 2 stock at the Nintendo store. Yeah, because there's no more. Well, let's take a look. Let's see. Hi. Are you done with the warp pipe reservation stuff?
No, still ongoing.
Still ongoing.
Just pay attention to social media. If anything changes, it'll be announced there.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, we're fully booked until the 27th.
Okay, and it's for Switch system and all accessories too?
Games.
Okay, everything. Got it. Okay, thank you. So there's no signs for the warp pipe reservations, but they're booked out through the 27th, I think he said. I didn't know there were that many spots, but I didn't see any other options to sign up. I guess they all went that fast. It's kind of, I don't know, disappointing, I think is the word. Where you can't get a Switch 2 from the Nintendo store, one of like 2 in the country, and you can't just walk in and get it. And you can only do it with reservations, but you could probably go to Best Buy right now and get one, or Target, or GameStop, or Walmart. And all the games and accessories too, it seems. That's not how that works. You're supposed to wait for people to cross, pulling out of that garage. I'm crossing back. I guess we'll try to walk south and see how long it takes us. Sorry, I'm behind now. Oh yeah, being on the water, that's right, especially being outdoors on that ferry, all that wind. Now that's comfort. Now I don't remember if the Staten Island ferry still has a little bar on it, does it? I don't know, but if the Staten Island ferry has a bar, you got to time. If you're just going to ride it a bunch of times, you just got to time it. Make sure you can at least finish 1 drink per ride. Just keep going.
I'm not getting.
All right, I guess we should cross the street. We're going to walk south, but yeah, I'll wait to cross the street. Alex, hello. Stex reached #1, but randomly? You don't even try? Is it scarcity marketing and terrorist related? I don't know. Because apparently there's quite a bit of stock in the country right now. It's quite a bit of stock, but now that people have been with the Switch 2 for a week, there have been a lot more negative comments on like Nintendo and their rather aggressive and off-putting tactics against creators. Like some people have put in tons of time to make amazing mods for games, and certain developers and systems embrace it and like sometimes even hire the people to work with them. Nintendo, like near 100% track record, goes after them and like sues them somehow. Just pulls down all the videos and then also insult to injury, like sues them. Look up Gary Bowser. I know it's kind of interesting. Nintendo has all these Bowser-related names, like Doug Bowser is the current president of Nintendo. Gary Bowser was he wasn't necessarily doing something legal. There's a really good video that just came out. What's her name? I think it's the background NPC or something. Really good video on the topic. Mighty Bull is here. Was that the Skylight the name of the store? It was a Nintendo store. I don't know. It has a little food court. Wait. Oh, at the terminal. At the terminal. A couple of juice boxes. Nice. But I thought a lot of these water, like NYC ferry has a bar, but not the Staten Island ferry. I guess not. Yeah, it's probably closed. Maybe it has to do with it being free. But you'd think with it being free, they would want to have a bar on it to try to make some more money off it. The one thing I never got to do was drive a car onto the ferry. Pre 9/11, you were able to actually drive your car into the ferry and get it ferried from Staten Island to Manhattan and vice versa. I never had a chance to do it with my mom. My mom's. Maybe they don't want long lines? I don't know. I feel like they had long lines anyway. And like, I don't know. And I feel like everyone coming into the store right now is going to be for the Switch 2. And they've now like limited themselves to these warp pipes. I don't know. JD, hello. Or you can look up Carrie Busey. That's very different. That's very different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh-oh. I don't even know who's whistling. I don't see any. I don't see any traffic cops. Somebody have their own whistles? Oh, was Busey involved in some accident recently? Oh, look at that Volvo over there. Don't go. All right, well, it doesn't look like these cars are going anywhere, so I'm going to zip across real quick. In Spider-Man Homecoming, the Staten Island ferry scene showed cars in the ferry. Maybe that's a throwback. I don't remember how many cars it could hold either. And I don't know how much that changed the boarding time. You know? How much did that change boarding time for the ferry? I'm curious. Citizens Bank. We're on 6th Avenue, Skylight, if you can hear me on Twitch. And I don't think we're going to make it to the Container Store, but you never know. Yeah, no, I still got my exhaust fan. Do I want to hire a video editor? I mean, I don't know yet what to do with the video editor. The one thing I'd be interested in is probably cutting out parts of videos into shorts and highlight reels. But I feel like that's time consuming. Oh, the pedicab, pedicab. There's this app called Powder, which in theory uses AI to scrub your stream and look for interesting points. You know, it tries to find a lot of noise, laughter, some sort of excitement, and highlights those things. And it's able to use AI to tell you what kind of data point it found. It's interesting. The ferry could carry about 30 to 40 cars per trip, depending on the vessel. Nice. Wonder how long it took to load up and everything. I don't think we'll make it all the way down to the Container Store. I don't know. Plus, there's going to be so many more people walking down 6th Avenue. Tinnitus, or tinnitus, depending on who you ask, is the main work-related ailment of pedicab drivers? Yeah, probably. Self-imposed though, considering they don't have to play the music that loud. Oh, that's it. They should have anticipated that and not drove across the street. Lembano, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, I'll have to think about what I need, Nero. I'm not even at that point yet with all the other stuff going on. Thank you. You could always send me an email, and then one day when I go through my emails to figure out what I need, I'll have your info. I guess you would also include some sort of examples of work you've done, potentially. So far, even with the higher temperature, we're doing okay. We'll keep an eye on all that as we go on. Shimano System Mesh Case BK098U, is that on Amazon? BK098U.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that sound? You like umbrella. I don't see it there. I'll have to look it up later. Nikki in the city, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Scott Cresswell, hello. Yeah, not the morning, but I guess it's the morning somewhere. G-Pel, hello. Bagels and Wash Down was taught in driver's ed not to enter intersection unless it could be cleared. Guess that stopped. Yep. Yep. They most likely don't care. Cat Yellow, hello. It looks like they're about to get stuck. Oh yeah, they're not going anywhere now. Check for bikes though, because they could still go, but we're good. Bring your number 2 pencil. Scantron. Oh man, Scantrons. I remember those. Sometimes you got those really thin ones with the really tiny circles. Remember those? It's hard to stay in the line of the circle because the circle was so small. OV7800B, thanks for the follow. Like sticking your head out and double dutch jump rope? That sounds dangerous. We could go to Broadway in the meantime, but I don't know. Probably not worth the extra time. No, could have made that. Now a bike is coming. Okay. Something's in the air. I felt the tickle on my nose. Not afraid of traffic congestion. I mean, I don't like it. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? For Google Maps, the FDR North is completely blocked up. Any reason? Is there an accident or just based on how much humanity is out there today? But Hank P, hello, hello. Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Oh, we can make that. Single file. It's just afternoon traffic. Wow. Maybe when school ends at the end of June, things will lighten up a little bit. Holding steady so far at 51.8 degrees Celsius on the Bella box. Curious what the other devices are doing in there. Playa bowls. Never had a playa bowl. Doesn't playa mean beach? '23 October. Is that later than before? Nah, I don't remember. I thought it was 2021. With all my testing, have I considered a 5G modem? Well, one of my modems is the Nighthawk 6 Pro, but the one that has wave. Maybe that's the 6E? I don't know what it's called. It is the unlocked Nighthawk. But a lot of times, those devices are so finicky that it makes it easier to just use a phone. But really depends. You'll never find the right answers for these questions either about like what device and what type of data gets prioritized. If you have a proper hotspot, like data plan in a proper hotspot, is there a different priority than like a phone hotspot? You know, all these things. HE wonders if it's live or recorded. I don't know. What will tell you one way or another? Some of the telling features of fake live streams are it's usually like in perfect quality 4K. We could stream in 4K, but it's not always going to be perfect. There's going to be drops here and there. It's just always going to be something. There's going to be no comments and no live chat. There'll be no live chat. Usually disable it. We're in Herald Square now. 34th Street, 6th Avenue at the moment, waiting to cross. Are the Nighthawks any good? One of their main issues is they overheat. The overheating of the Nighthawks is not great, or the cooling. So depending on how you run it, you may want to take out the battery. You could throw on some of those stick-on heat sinks. But if it's not in an enclosed backpack like mine, I'm just sitting on the table, you might not have as many of those issues. You so-and-so, hello.
So apparently it doesn't clear fully the duplex.
Professional professor, hello. Time of day is out of sync? Uh-oh, on which one? Some of the gaming streams turn off live chat? See, I don't, if you're doing a live stream, I don't understand the point of turning off live chat. Unless, like, your stuff is so controversial. You don't want any chat going on. I don't know. K41, thanks for the follow. Wacky Snacks with a 6-0 super chat. Thank you for that support. Wacky Snacks, trying to get GPT to react to a super chat. Maybe one day. But thank you, Wacky Snacks, for your support throughout the streams. Is the Squid Game thing still going on at the end of this block? Ron used to be at 112 West 34th Street. 50 years ago. The Squid Game thing was right here at the end. Looks like it might still be going on. Yeah. There's a Volvo. Seconds. Who would I talk to if live chat were turned off? Uh-oh. Good question. That Volvo seems like it's scraping some ground. The Continental 5-iron golf. Seems like in a rental building. Continental. They said the leasing office is open. Oh, where'd that dog come from? Oh, I guess the stores are still open here, despite the construction. Brooklyn Brewery. Donald Dove, hello. We got stuck. I guess I'll wait now, but now I'll go while there's no other car coming. See, walking the bike down the sidewalk, that's how you do it. You saw how it's possible? It is doable. That's right, initially I only did recorded videos. Which is also interesting because you'll see some of the ones recorded in the early pandemic. Before I started live streaming, I did a lot of the recorded videos. And we started before the pandemic and went through the pandemic. I've talked to my backpack people like Tony. Spammies wants a job. Check LinkedIn. Yeah, pre-recorded ones were silent. I was focusing with those on getting good audio. So I was trying to use stereo microphones to make them binaural. Looks like some advertisements going on in there. Trevline, hello. It is Peridori. It is not bigger, no. Any background behind the question? I'm just trying to see how it helps you to know that or not. Victoria's first live show was a snowstorm in 2020. Yeah, that was our breaking point in a positive way. It was our like little, I don't know if you call it viral moment, because that really sparked concurrent viewership or brought it to new heights. But that was also like the most that we ever had, and it seems like ever will have. Passing by Flower District here. It wraps around a little bit onto the avenue. Mostly on 28th Street though. It's a nice looking rubber tree. But they're not cheap here. I would say if you're gonna go look in this area, depending on what you're looking for, I would check Home Depot first. The Home Depot is just around the corner practically. It's on 23rd, between 5th and 6th, and we're on 6th, so it's not that far. I mean, it's rental versus co-op, but you also... Oh, then you weren't listening. Because I never said we were looking for anything bigger. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly, Spanish, but best of luck. Yeah, we'll just continue. Wait, all right. I know everyone is in different situations. No worries, Ed. Enforcer, hello. They sell plants in Chinatown? Yeah. They have various shops like that in Chinatown. I think they even have like some pet shops. Well, focused more on aquariums, I think. I don't know if they have other like exotic pet shops, but yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen like an advertisement bot in a while. I'm kind of happy to see it. I'm gonna say, only because that kind of means that YouTube isn't completely burying the stream, if you know what I mean. Oh, what just irritated both eyes? Something from somewhere got in both of my eyes. I don't know why he's beeping, because he's the one that turned in off of the non-turning lane. That taxi. That's right, it's the quality, not the quantity. Action Kid's been traveling though, right? Doing some abroad stuff. Yeah, get out of both my eyes, exactly. It's not really that much closer. I guess it's technically closer to one location, but like minutes, really. So it's not really a big deal. Otherwise, it's the same to all my other locations, like the short commute days that I don't record or don't stream, because they would be very short. So it's kind of the same, just smaller, and we have more control over the apartment, which is nice. Something snapped that tree, probably a truck. Yeah, you know, I miss those sex bots. Well, the good thing about the sex bots is that they all had a very similar, like, a naming schematic with like just different numbers at the end, so it was easy to block them. It was easy to, like, you know, create a banned word with like the structure, the general structure of it, so that any iteration of it wouldn't be so hard. But if you were trying to like block them individually as they came up, that's whack-a-mole, and that could be tough. Super busy around here. And Burlington Coat Factory still, like it. Is it still Burlington Coat Factory or just Burlington now? Because the old sign is up there and it still says Burlington Coat Factory, but I feel like none of the window signs say Coat Factory anymore. It's just Burlington. Yeah, we did one this morning. That's still on the Wednesday agenda most of the time. Martha, hello. Well, Action has a bunch of videos coming up. Nice. That's good. That means you recorded a bunch of stuff. Always good to have. Mossy, hello. Colleen, hi. Hicks Walk Sean likes whack-a-mole and margaritas. Always got to add a plural. It's true. Strawberry Field's not involved in the name of the bot. So it would have been a lot more creative. That's also a good taxi. Code Factory's in the mini letters now. Elliot Brown, welcome to the afternoon walk.
It wasn't too bad. They did fix it.
We'll see how Container Store feels about me walking in there. You know, maybe if they try to stop me and say, like, you can't record, let's say it's for my protection, I record everything. Unlikely to work, though. Anthony Butcher, hello. Yeah, there's definitely still some weird comments that come up here and there. Like, not the live chat, but like actual comments on the videos. I guess you also can't comment on a live video, right? The comments don't work until after the live ends. Is that the same guy again, Robert Renaud? I don't know why we just don't ban that guy at this point. I don't think he's ever said anything positive, nor understands how gimbals and stabilization works. I'm a public figure? Oh, man. Caesar, hello. Cool, thanks. At this point, yeah, I don't think he's ever said anything useful.
Yeah.
And kind of just brings down the vibe. So no point in having to look at it in the future. Avoid the east side, the protest by Grand Central? We were right there in the beginning. What is that van doing? Looks like he was just driving like to cut off the minivan behind him. At least that's what it looked like. I think he swerved unnecessarily. Do we check the after video comments? I do. Sometimes I will give them a heart, but I definitely see them all. All right, let's see if we can get in here and take a look around without any trouble. But if we get any trouble, we'll just leave. I'll see. But I do need a container. Hello. Okay, closet, bath. I think they're in the back, like in the kitchen area. So they have these bath accessories could also be possible. These are mesh, but not the kind that I need. Oh, there's some over here. Like these kinds. Smaller ones over there. Even Kumo with his Boston Robotics gimbal gets some. This is too long. It's too long, but something like that I can zip tie stuff to will be good. All right, let's keep looking. Like even a wire basket like this, but this is too big still. Yeah, our journey project weather is nice. It's a little warm, but still nice. Oh, there's some smaller looking boxes in the kitchen area up top. They're not that small. This is too big. Wonder if that music's going to be a problem. No, we're in the Container Store. Let me put noise suppression on just in case. Bed Bath & Beyond is shut down permanently. At least brick and mortar stores. I believe it's owned by Overstock now, if you go to their website. These are like laundry hampers and stuff. There's more containers over here. And more laundry-looking baskets over there. This is more like the kids' area. Oh, these are kind of cool little Lego bins. That could be fun for a baby commuter. Nothing wicker? Yeah, no. Urban stacking wire baskets. I have to look for that one recommendation, that BK-098U that somebody did. I'll have to Google it instead of Amazon it. These are all too big. These are all too big. I feel like they wouldn't have the niche small baskets that I'm looking for. These are all very big baskets. These baskets are all much bigger. This is like the command hooks area and other coat rack hooks. Shelving units. They're always useful, but other shelf stuff. A bag holder for over the door. You know, no, it wouldn't work. These are all bins, but not mesh. It's like office area bins now. These are not the kind of mesh I want. Oh, is it getting glitchy in here? How glitchy did it get? Yeah, the basket is to add airflow, but also still keep it contained. Smallest basket is 7 by 5 by 11. That 11 is a little big. 11 is big. Yeah, I don't think the container store baskets are going to work. I'm going to have to find some on Amazon. I'm gonna have to like look deep on Amazon. I'm gonna have to look really deep. They have some small. Look at this stuff. Wait. It's. Oh, they have a. So something like this, maybe, but with more mesh. And I think I still need slightly higher wall so I can put stuff on each wall, like, you know, zip tie here, zip tie here, zip tie here, zip tie to the bottom also. That's what I need. Something like that. They're talking about me, Sleek. Haha. What are they saying? Oh, this is oh, I see. No, I understand. It's another kick trick. It's like, oh, who's talking about me? I'm gonna join this Discord channel. And it's a trick. It's a bait and switch. It's a bait and switch. I know how this works. Oh, I don't, but I'm just deciphering as we go. Hazel, hello. They recovered fast? Interesting. How fast? Yeah, like this is interesting. This is a little too, like, this is like you can whack somebody with this. This is... Oh, these are all stackable too. Now I'm just kind of looking at home stuff. Ooh, okay. Big drop in bitrate on my phone. Ooh, and it's not any longer contributing. All right, I'll have to figure out. We have to go outside and figure this out. Okay, so it doesn't look like the container store is going to have what we need. I wonder what happened. The phone is not contributing anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why the phone is not contributing. So we're gonna have to dig in my backpack in a second. All right. Lobo, hello. Let's see. It is, Ed, it is. A dollar store? I don't know. I think Amazon's going to be my best bet. Just really start looking deep on some weird pages. Another bot on Kick saying some nonsense. Crash away. All right. I'm trying to see if there's like a ledge somewhere that I can zip open on. That didn't sound right. I guess I should at least go east more. All right, yeah, let's wait for the light to change. We'll go east. Kitchen ones, tight mesh. Yeah, that's probably what I need. All right, I'm just going to dig in my backpack on the side here. I hope if this breaks, I'm sorry. Okay. No, wait, no. What is this? Wait, oh no. What did this do? It's a data warning, but why? I don't need a data warning. I just need to let me disable that. No data warning. It should be fine though. Let me do a speed test on the phone itself, make sure it actually still has data. Yeah, it has plenty of data. And USB tethering is still on. Let me check. No, it's still not oh, the link doesn't work. You found something good, friend to all? And I would say add it to the Discord if you can. Alright, I don't know why this didn't work right. I guess I'm going to unplug it and replug it, but I don't like that. I unplugged it, replugged it, and it's just, Huh. Let's go to connections. Yeah, USB tethering is on. Let me turn it off. Turn it back on. Oh, no. This is that thing that happens sometimes. I think they don't like when I use the device in a different type of environment. Wow. That's annoying. What if I go airplane mode and go back? Man. Yeah, this is really... They're so restrictive with the way their data works. I'll try restarting it. But if not, I don't have my SIM card tools to swap it around. Should have brought it. Did I miss anything? Audio got weird? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Alright, well, it says USB is back on, but I have a feeling it's not going to actually connect right. Oh no, it did! But that means it's going to temporarily work every time. Alright. Noise suppression is done, right? It's working properly again? Alright, let me stick this back in. Okay. Zip it around. Make sure the exhaust sticks out a little bit, and then really jam it in there with the zipper. All right. What? What? It sounded like he was saying fix it, but I think he might have been saying Vincent. Because he was just saying fix it. Maybe he's trying to say it's my stream. All right. Fifth Avenue? Broadway? I don't know yet. Okay. Let's go east. Fire engine, several blocks down, we should be okay. Yeah, I'll probably have to pop this thing back in to the neck gear and just deal with how the Samsung does the data. Maybe I'll try calling them first and seeing, because if you look at the plan, it just says data only plan, just no phone calls or texting. There's nothing that says I can't use it in the phone. I think I just have to hook in the right IMEI number to be linked to it. Ooh, oh, there was a drop in bitrate and all. No, everything it all dropped again. Was it noticeable on stream? Was there any visible glitch? I was looking at the numbers, they all dropped substantially. Was there any noticeable glitch on the video though? There was one? For like half a second. Okay, so not as involved. But I don't know why. Not for Tomahawk. It might have been very subtle, it sounds like. I'm curious as to what caused. I'll have to look at the logs again to see if that was just a drop in bitrate thing or another glitch in the system. It was Ron this time, not Bagels. Wait a second. Okay, hold on. We have something to think about right now. Bagels and Walk Sean, you're still here. Whose daughter does Cafe Pana? That ice cream shop by Irving that has a huge line? Because apparently they've collaborated with Levain. Was it Danny Myers? They've collaborated with the Levain, who makes those delicious decadent cookies, and now they have ice cream here. So you might not have to wait on that long line if you can get your Cafe Pana ice cream at Levain, because there's like nobody in there right now. It is Danny Meyer's daughter. Okay. So I don't know if anybody has heard about this yet, but have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Cafe Pana Levain combo. Combo breaker. Go get one now. I will not spoil my dinner. I know, I'm the worst for content. I'm aware. I know what I am. Fifth Avenue. All right, I guess we can go north on 5th. Should we cross? Yeah, let's cross. Mitzvah tank. Driveway cam system the best for content. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words, even if they're a little inflated. I missed Justin S.'s entrance before. Man, there's definitely a haze in the sky, the kind that you get on hotter summer days in the city. Yeah, otherwise temperature in the backpack's not bad. It's kind of holding steady in the low 50s Celsius-wise. Gina G, both back. This looks like a much more involved fire truck. Rescue one. Dark Star Slayer, we're Manhattan. Empire State Building in the distance, blocked by that skyscraper. Thin one apartment per floor. I don't know how many total stories it has, but just one super expensive apartment per floor. Now what I don't understand with the fire department is why they're blocking the bike lane and just like a regular, like unless there's a problem up ahead and they don't want bikes going in there. Maybe that's what's going on because the next vehicle is in the bike lane. Maybe that's why. Oh, we can still make this. Okay. FTNY is around because my content is fire. Wow. There's this song that's been playing in the Kit Boga channel. Making content, making content. Making content. I don't know where that song originally came from, but it's kind of funny to hear. Making content by RJ. Maybe Strawberry Fields. Carl Skis, hello. John Casella, hi. That's true, Victoria. It's primarily technology to the side of walking NYC. We have to just change the speed of... our strut. If you want to see my backpack, they couldn't handle it. I have my press pass actually. Not that would answer enough. He doesn't do Wait a Minute? No, he still does. But he plays that, in breaks. Making Content is one of his background songs while he's just chatting. Let's go through the park. Beer, wine, coffee, all in one cup at the same time. Could be good on the right day. event here, and I was not invited. I was not invited to a Shake Shack special event, and I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but a Shake Shack, oh, it's for UBS maybe? Looks like UBS rented out the Shake Shack for a special event. So if you're in the area and you were thinking of getting Shake Shack tonight from this particular location, you're out of luck. Unless you work for UBS, not UPS, UBS. Yeah, a lot of music around. Peregrine Falcon, hello. There was a bot on Kick earlier trying to get us to go to some Discord. Do you still see those messages? That's right, it's another closed event. Content, make content. Content, make content. We're in Madison Square Park. I like it, Justin. It's just a little pricey. I personally prefer In-N-Out, but that's just me. Some people actually prefer Shake Shack, but I don't know if it's delusion or something else. Looks like a big Cavalier King Charles and a small Cavalier King Charles. Let's walk up Irving or Lexington. In-N-Out is 100 times better than McDonald's. I mean, there's some McDonald's burgers that I enjoy. Like a Big Mac's classic. And if you can add bacon to it, even better. But the Arch Deluxe used to be my go-to for a while. Maybe I'm just thinking about it because you can't get it anymore. 4K for one bedroom, yeah. And that's like, depending where you're looking, you're not even getting a one bedroom for 4K. You can get studios for like 8K if you go fancy enough. What's it all about in and out of Shake Shack? Burgers. I don't know the origin story of In-N-Out. Shake Shack was like made by some, isn't it also like Danny Meyer or something? And I think they had quite a lot of money to begin with. But it's supposed to be a slightly more elevated fast food burger, but I don't know. I guess that's debatable. I like Baconator. What's the difference between Baconator and Son of Baconator? I just remember they have both of those, and I don't know the exact difference. I think one of them has more bacon. Is there any other difference? But I think In-N-Out is very specific about how they do their meat, right? It has to be in a distribution center within 300 miles of each In-N-Out or whatever. Wendy's claims their meat is never frozen, but now apparently you can buy their meat in supermarkets, so you can freeze it yourself and make their never frozen claim a lie. Yeah, Shake Shack started here. It is Meyer. Oh, Son of Baconator is smaller. Wait, but it has more bacon strips. I don't understand. It's smaller, but more bacon?
I don't know.
Oh. All right, let's go to Lex. Making content. protect the people walking on Kick. Peregrine Falcon asks about the, they call this the Urban Umbrella, the fancier one. You can go to urbanumbrella.com. I actually never looked at Urban Umbrella's stuff, but this is probably the fanciest scaffolding you can get with those built-in LED strips. But yes, it protects the pedestrians from the construction on the building above, in theory. But they call them like scaffolding or sidewalk sheds, sidewalk bridge. I don't know, I hear different names. We just called them scaffolding growing up. That was Madison Square Park. No problem, Peregrine Falcon. I guess the, what is this, the Arsenal? It's getting some sort of refurbishment as well. I think they just use this for like events now. Paul79 Twitch, thanks for the follow. A lot of the Indian restaurants here are like owned by the same group. I think Bhati, I think it's the same ones that own that as a Choti Nawab, which is one of my preferred ones. But this one is pretty popular, the vegan one on the corner. Pro 100, TAC 1995, thanks for the follow. Sidewalk sheds is the technical term that is over the top and pedantic. Reminds me of Family Guy. What did I have for lunch? Banh mi and a summer roll. Nice. It was pretty light, despite all the bread. Yeah, I find a banh mi to be a pretty light sandwich. How often do we see Lamborghinis around NYC? Not that often. Like, I'm not guaranteed to see one on any given walk. We were out quite a lot today. I don't think we saw a single one. Uh-oh, lost connection on this phone. It's back. Yeah, another spam call. Makala from Denver, hello. Does anyone have quinoa for lunch? Oh boy. Ron had two hot dogs, a burger, and a corn on the cob. That is a heavy lunch.
Sitting back there?
That's like a weekend, I'm at the pool party, barbecuing, and having some adult beverages kind of lunch.
I love rugby.
Could you sculpt a pizza out of quinoa? I wish it didn't say so enthusiastically yes. A meal with the ingredients that start with the letters G, A, B, and E. Okay. Garlic, butter, aglio e olio. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. With broccoli and egg. Saute garlic and butter, toss with spaghetti, add steamed broccoli, and top with a poached or fried egg. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, hotter tomorrow. Should have called Sears, like you promised. Let's swing around 3rd Avenue and then swing back up. Have a few more minutes. What poem in Russian about my love for quinoa? Quinoa на тарелке, как звезды в небе. All right. Isn't NYC scaffolding also known as public restrooms? Yes and no. I believe you can still be approached by law enforcement if caught. Bug just landed on my nose. Why'd I do that? Oh man, pros. Man, I like his content. I haven't seen it in a while though. Did he do it recent? Was that a recent one? I gotta watch that. Belly Union is better than what Tonic used to be. If anyone remembers, that place used to be Tonic. The alley in aioli and alioli stands for garlic. Oh boy. What if it's steak tartare? It's supposed to be raw. All right. Oh, I saw Luke Skywalker with a 25 credit PayPal donation. That's equivalent to 25 USD. I think it's a one-to-one conversion for public credits to US dollars. You can check the official exchange rates on the websites. But thank you, Luke Skywalker, for support on every single place you can support, I think. Much appreciated, Luke Skywalker. I was just thinking to check my email, and good thing I did. May Wednesday be with you. Thank you. We had a good amount of steps today. I'm at 25,400. I thought I'd be more, but I'm not. Oh, I don't know why, but I kind of like this row of plants. It's very dense and seems like it's quite healthy for the most part. You still got a lot of these gaps in the sidewalk, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these unlevel things are caused by tree roots. Tree roots do a lot of stuff like that. Luke, site hoarder, yes, on all the sites. 82. It's pretty warm. It's not like a furiously hot day, but it's good. Oh, while we're here, since I still have a few minutes, let's go on like the narrowest block that competes with the West Village. I think West Village still has some winners in terms of impossible to navigate narrow blocks, especially with a stroller or a wheelchair. But this also is pretty high up there. And it's kind of out of nowhere, because every other street in this area is, for the most part, traversable and not so narrow. So take a look. Oh, the humidity is lower, so it doesn't feel as bad. I guess it all rained out. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll try calling. I'm just nervous about calling AT&T. They've screwed up before royally with like doing IMEI numbers properly. So I don't know if there's an easy way to get through to higher level support right away. Pretty narrow block. But West Village, I think, still wins in most narrow and impassable for wheeled devices. 111 East 30th Street also always looked kind of interesting because it's a relatively small, like mid-sized building with balconies, doorman. Anybody wants to look up 111 East 30th Street. What used to be on the corner of this one? Was this where First Republic used to be? Was this their spot? I don't remember now. There's a Hotel Park Avenue. I don't know much about that one either. Macala's a chef, so no matter the heat, it's hotter where you are. I commend you. I always forget, it's like it's not just the cooking, it's the heat when you're a chef too. That's okay, if you sweat a lot, I guess it flavors the food. No, I'm kidding. I know photos. It's upsetting. They were really good in terms of customer service. But yeah, there's Chick-fil-A. It's one of their newer locations. Yeah, the JP Morgan Chase building apparently does have lighting along some of its lines. So that's cool. What's the most unusual animal I've played with? Galapagos tortoise? Maybe? Not like played with, we were part of a tour around them in the Galapagos. But this Mediterranean place has quinoa. Maybe San Diego, hello. All right, the corner coming up is Vezzo. There are a bunch of, well, a little mini chain of restaurants with good pizza. Actually, all their food is pretty good. They have surprisingly good salads. There's an old Volvo station wagon. Surprisingly good salads, and coming from me, that probably means they're drizzled in dressing, but like more than drizzled, like soaked. But they're not. They're actually pretty good. But all their locations have the same menus, so if you have one around elsewhere, you can go there too. Anyway, I think I'm gonna hop out here. It was a mostly successful test, apart from AT&T deciding I don't have a hotspot when I do. It's just, I think it's an IMEI mismatch in their system, and they always mess with me when that happens. So I'm gonna try talking to them and see if I can get it figured out. But I guess I should choose a raid target, right? Let's see. Still Kip Boga's not live during us. I could send you over to NYC Walking Show, who's trying to build up his Twitch following. Let's do that. Let's give him a boost. I'll keep you guys in New York today. So let's do that. Anyway, thanks friends for posture check. Oh, always need that. Thank you. Thanks friends for joining our afternoon test. I think it was, oh yeah, like I said, relatively successful. A couple of things to do. If it doesn't work out, I'll just switch everything back and still use the new phone. It would just be nice to not have to re-enable USB tethering. For some reason, putting a Verizon card in the Samsung loads a special Verizon profile that does not allow you to default USB tethering. You could still select it from the menus manually, but you cannot default it for the USB connection, which is weird. And I couldn't use Tasker to enable it because because it needs root access to navigate the menus that way, apparently. Fumbling, have a good one. Anyway, thanks again, folks. Always appreciate your support. Super Chats, Super Stickers, PayPal, Patreon, memberships, thank you. Subscribers, thank you. Not subscribers, thank you too. But if you're not subscribed and hearing me, think about it. Helps us out. No pressure. Twitch friends, thanks for the follows and subs, which are premium levels of support, and Prime subs too. Appreciate that. Otherwise, Bezos keeps his bucks if you don't use your Prime membership perks. Back to YouTube. Thanks for the thumbs, and thanks to the mods everywhere. Have a great rest of Wednesday. We should be back Friday morning for a commute. Trying to set some records on Manhattan and or Brooklyn bridges. We'll see how that goes depending on my level of fatigue. The more fatigued I am, the more likely we are to set a record. Any hoodles, until next time.